Technology has changed and grown very fast. We are seeing new ideas that we never would have thought of before. A lot of people think that the metaverse is one of these new ideas. It's a unique, immersive virtual world that is quickly taking over the internet. You might have seen it first in science fiction movies like Ready Player One or the Matrix series, but now it's not just a story. Metaverses are making their way into the internet as virtual reality, VR, and augmented reality, AR, become more popular. About 85 million people will use AR or VR at least once a month in 2021, according to estimates. Even though the metaverse isn't exactly what science fiction has made it out to be, it has a lot of value as a new platform for computing. One thing is that it looks like all of the top media are on board. Even tech futurist and metaverse strategist Kathy Hackle has her own column in Forbes. Metaverse investment fund Metaverse ATF is the name of an existing fund, NYSE META. All of these show that metaverses are getting more and more important right now. And the message seems to be getting through. When you type metaverse into Google, it gives you 677,000 results. On Instagram, the hashtag metaverse is used in more than 60,000 posts, and on Twitter, it is used more than 500 times an hour. Now, what does this mean for digital marketing, PR, and social media? Here, we can see a lot about this online world. At the moment, avatars represent people in the metaverse, which is a shared virtual space. Based on what users do and how they interact with each other in the space, these virtual worlds keep changing and growing. In this way, it's like the real world in that there is no end to it. Instead, it's just a universe that keeps getting bigger as more and more people join. It's not just a simple virtual theme park where everything is set up in one place, nor is it just a simple game that only kids can play. Also, it's not just a simple app you can download from the App Store and play whenever you want. Metaverses are virtual worlds that mix the real world with the virtual world. If you don't understand that, Matthew Ball has written about the most important things about metaverses. Always busy. The metaverse doesn't stop or end when you leave it. They keep going and going and going. Exists right now in this moment. In the metaverse, time is the same as it is in the real world. Players can choose what to do. Different players can be doing different things at the same time. Someone could just stand in the corner while everyone else talks. Universe that works just fine by itself. People can make things, own things, sell things, and buy and sell things in the metaverse. Users can also be rewarded for the work they do in the metaverse. Switch up the sites you use. Different platforms can work together in the metaverse. For instance, you should be able to take things from one video game and use them in another. User-made content. Metaverses aren't just places in cyberspace where people can hang out. People can make things that others can enjoy. Digital marketers need to know what's going on in technology right now. This means knowing how and what the metaverse can do. Marketers need to know that metaverse is here to stay and is on its way to becoming the next big thing. As the metaverse grows, how do marketers need to change? First, marketers need to remember how important millennials and Gen Zers are as possible customers. Some types of metaverses are also used a lot by these generations, like games like Roblox and technologies like VR. So, let's look at some ways to market in the metaverse. Make marketing experiences that match or are similar to what your brand already does in the real world. Stella Artois, a beer brand owned by AB InBev, worked with Zed Run in June to make a cross between a Tamagotchi and the Kentucky Derby. They did this because AB InBev, the company that makes Stella Artois, sponsors many sports events, especially horse races. So it makes sense for them to start by making an online platform where non-fungible token, NFT, horses can be bought, sold, raced, and bred. People can put up ads in the metaverse. For instance, Bidstack, an ad tech company for video games, stopped putting ads on real billboards and started putting them on virtual ones. You can do more than just put up virtual billboards, though. Since metaverses are experiential and immersive, it's best to use this to your advantage by making your ads and marketing campaigns feel the same way. Instead of just putting up ads, offer installations and events that people can interact with. Early adopters have given their users immersive experiences, like a Lil Nas X concert in Roblox, a trip to the Gucci Garden experience, and a virtual version of the Washington Heights neighborhood to promote the movie In the Heights by Warner Bros. Brands have recently found new ways to make money by collaborating with Roblox and other metaverses. People like to collect things, and the metaverse gives them another place to show off what they like. You can give people the same experience in the metaverse by giving them assets or limited edition items they can only get there. For instance, you can find the collector's room in the Gucci Garden experience on Roblox. It lets people in the metaverse get limited edition Gucci items. When Gucci sold the first collectible items in the game, they made 286 million Robux. People don't like advertising in general. So, when brands want to get into the metaverse, it's important not to show up and bother people who are already there. You'll need more than that, though, since you'll be trying to sell to these users. Don't forget that you can't just switch to a new platform without thinking about how it works. In Roblox, for example, brands get more attention when they work with the Roblox developer community to make items and experiences. When O2 put on a concert in Fortnite, they worked with creators who knew how to use the platform well. Think of this as a form of marketing through influential people. User-generated content is important, so your campaigns should involve your community members a lot. It's an exciting time to be a marketer. Even though there are some general rules that can help marketers figure out what strategies and tactics to use, the metaverse is still a fairly new platform with a lot of room for experimentation. The best ways to do things haven't been set in stone yet, and paradigms haven't been made in their entirety. This gives marketers a lot of freedom to try new things and be different. Many businesses are now investing in metaverses. They are betting on it not just for fun, but also for business and career reasons. For example, Facebook, which is the largest social media site, wants to be a metaverse company in the future. Mark Zuckerberg is working on building social metaverses and putting money into Oculus, which is Facebook's AR and VR technology. In August 2021, Zuckerberg made a work metaverse for Oculus that lets people work together, sit in a conference room, and talk as if they were in an office. More and more offices are letting people work from home, so this is a great idea. Not just Facebook, but all of Silicon Valley has been betting that metaverses will be the next generation of the internet. A lot of games also have parts that are similar to the metaverse. For example, both Fortnite and Animal Crossing have parts where you can put on a concert. HTC is also working on VR technology for businesses, not just for people to use at home. This shows that VR technology is slowly being used for more than just fun. If what has been said so far hasn't persuaded you, maybe this will. People are buying homes in the metaverse, especially on Earth 2. This is a strong sign that the technology will be around for a long time. In the metaverse, there is a lot for brands to look forward to, but there are still some problems to solve along the way. For one thing, metaverses could still use a little more attention, even though they are becoming more popular. Metaverses are hard to get into because a lot of technology is needed. Some people can't use the metaverse because they don't have the right tools, like high-end computers and VR lenses. This makes it harder to reach a large number of people and makes the market for brands much smaller. When moving through metaverses, brands also need to be careful. Integration must be smooth so that players don't lose interest in the brand. Since the technology is new, brands may still be figuring out where they fit in the metaverse, which could make their messages seem too blunt. Plan your placements carefully and make sure they work well with the rest of the metaverse. People still don't know what metaverses are or how they work for the most part. Most people think of them as easy games that children can play. Not everyone knows how valuable metaverses are, so brands that try to set up a presence on these platforms might not be taken seriously for their efforts. It is still hard to keep data private and safe in the metaverse. As technology changes, so does the need for security. This means coming up with new ways to keep data private and safe where none existed before. For example, users might have to give more information for personal verification, which could make it harder to keep private information private. Lastly, anyone can join a metaverse, so brands need to be careful to protect their image. The more power users have in a metaverse, the more likely it is that your brand will show up next to questionable content. There is also a chance that people will damage or mistreat your placements. This is why it's important for your marketing strategies to be smooth, thought out, and accurate, so that users feel good about sharing the virtual space with you and interacting with you there. In the end, metaverses show that computers and the internet have a good future. Even better, they leave a lot of room for marketers and advertisers to try new things. Even with these issues, the chance to try new things, give an immersive experience, and be creative wins.